Hello, everyone. I hope you are well and staying safe. There has been a lot of useful social media posts lately, and I thought I could share with you some coaching that might help you cope better during this time of uncertainty. I have come up with 6 steps for what we're dealing with right now. And I'm going to walk you through these steps. And it is up to you how you want to listen to this conversation. But if you follow and sharpen your listening, I promise you, you will get something valuable and you will have an easier time going through this period. I might even find some peace of mind for you. So let's jump right into it. The first step is to recognize what the situation is. We have this coronavirus on our hands, and this is what it is right now. Now, how could this happen? How could this have happened? Why is this happening right now? It shouldn't be happening. And whatever interpretation you put into it does not make a difference. This is what it is right now. This is the first step to get and just recognize that for now. The second step is to recognize what you are reacting to. For some of you, it has been and continues to be a shock. You are pretty much locked up inside and away from your friends and family members who don't reside with you. You cannot believe it. Some of you are laid off or fear you will soon be, and stressed out and wondering how you are going to make it through this. Some of you are trying to ignore it in whatever way you can. Some of you might drink, some of you might smoke, and some of you might even smoke pot or doing some other stuff not to deal with it or to deal with it. Some of you are definitely resisting instead of accepting the fact that it exists. And more you resist the fact, the more frustrated you become. The next step, or third step, is realizing and discovering what it is for yourself. Regardless of where your thought process is, regardless of whatever anyone might think, I want you to consider, if you fall in one of those categories I just mentioned, you are not accepting what it is. Your thoughts, your feelings, who you blame, who you don't blame, who you agree with, who you don't agree with, and even what you do or don't do does not change the fact that this coronavirus is here and is real. Let me give you another example of what it is. If I look up, what I see is the ceiling. Now, how I feel about the ceiling, what my thought process is about the ceiling, and whatever I make up about the ceilings, it does not make a difference to the fact that the ceiling is the ceiling and that's the way it is. So I hope that made it a little easier for you to understand. The fourth step is accepting what it is. Accepting this is the ceiling. So to understand this process a little easier, I'd like you to close your eyes and allow it to sink in. We have this dangerous, infectious, uncurable virus amongst us. It is a pandemic. Accept it the way that it is and the way that it is not, with all the horrible things that comes with it. It might be hard for some of you, and it is hard for most everyone to accept what is happening. But if you get present to this moment, you will see for yourself that what it is what it is. No story, no interpretation, no explanation. It is what it is right now, in this moment. Accept it. If you don't accept it, you are stuck with it. And resisting it will have a huge impact on you and people around you. The fifth step is opportunity to create. Now, if you have now accepted the situation for what it is and what is not, then you might be asking yourself, now what? Well, a perfect opportunity to create. Create what? There have been lots of great suggestions out there, but I want to suggest another form of creation with your time, because you have most of you have lots of time on your hand. I want you to consider or look at creating awesome relationships. That's correct. Creating awesome relationships. Now you have all this extra time on your hands. You might be with your spouse, or your partner, or your children, or your roommate, or your mother, or even your mother-in-law, or some other members of your household. What if you take on creating an amazing relationship with them? Perhaps it is a great time to let go of your little complaints and grudges. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that I need to give up? Who do I need to be? And who can I be right now to create that ultimate relationship? The moment you let go, you will get present that only you can do it, and only you can create it. You can create that relationship that you have always wanted. You are the one who can do that for you. The next step and final step, sixth step, is forgiveness. So the last but not the least, you might have to forgive someone. You might have to forgive someone for something that they did, or for what might have happened in the past, or perhaps something that they said. Most importantly, This is an opportunity to forgive yourself and become at peace with yourself. Here's a great exercise that might help you. Stand in front of the mirror, look in the mirror, and say, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And see what you discover for yourself. Finally, I highly suggest reaching out to people in your life who are not at home with you, who are not home with you. And you can, reach out to them by phone and create that peace for yourself. Create that peace for them as well. I hope this conversation was valuable. Stay healthy and be safe. With love and gratitude, until next time, goodbye.